He went all out.
Oh my
Nice
God,
costume.
Paul.
Amazing.
Are you like a US president? I think you're muted, Cole.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Is it okay? Volume too high or low?
No, no, you sound great.
Okay, great. Yes, I am the first president of the United States. I am George Washington
Oh my goodness.
with my
I don't think
powdered
I've,
wig and my tricorn hat.
I love it.
My my efforts went into my son's costume this year. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So I'm reusing one of his old costumes. This is my son would wear this to some football games for his high school. He did this for Halloween one year, so I'm stealing his costume because I spent my costume efforts this year making his costume for this year, which maybe I'll post in the chat later. Hello and welcome everyone to a very special and spooky episode of Cole's Corner. I feel like I can't hear good. I'm gonna take off my tricorn and put on these futuristic modern ear warmers. Much better. Can you hear me okay? If
Yeah,
the
we can hear
vocals are
you.
okay, I was gonna say I'm using my side mic today, so if it's not picking me up good, I can switch to the mouth mic. Is it okay?
Yeah, it sounds fine.
Great. Important. Okay. Hello. Today we're gonna do something kind of fun. At least I hope it works out. And we're gonna talk about mobs. When I think about what makes Minecraft exciting and engaging, I think of one of the things that we do every so often, every update, is we try to introduce a new mob into our ecosystem, right? And I want to show you how easy it is to make a mob. Some of you probably already know, and for this, it might just be a fun little exercise, maybe a little show-off session to show off your skills. But basically, making a mob is it's kind of it's as easy as 3 steps, really, and that's creating a model, creating a texture, and creating a behavior for your new mob. Um, Using a tool, which we're going to use Blockbench today. Hopefully everybody has Blockbench. If not, you could download it. It's free. It's pretty quick to get. But we'll be using Blockbench because they have a really awesome tool in Blockbench called the Minecraft Entity Wizard. And that will really help you make a mob. In fact, my goal is to teach you how to make a mob in 15 minutes or less. That might not be your perfect mob, but it'll be a starting mob. It'll get you going. And what I'd like to do today, as we move through mob creation, is maybe everybody can kind of play along at home, and we can make our mobs at the same time. We'll escalate the learning of the mob. We'll start with like something really basic, like taking a pre-existing mob and maybe altering its look a little bit, maybe in some of the texture, some of the geo, and then finally maybe we'll get into modifying the behaviors, because I hear that a lot of people are interested in making like an NPC that goes beyond a static NPC. So I do want to kind of show you how, like, what makes an NPC an NPC, and then you could kind of make your own NPCs, and they can do whatever you want. So again, it might be some of this might be familiar ground, but for others, this might be the first time. I've built a little world for us today, and I'll showcase it later. But I think if everything goes well, what I'd like to see is if we can all make a new mob today, going with the spooky theme if you want, but if you don't want, you could just do whatever you like. But I thought maybe we can all drop our mobs in, export them all as an add-on, and I could throw them all into this world pack, and then I can share out this world at the end, and it'll have all the mobs that we made today from everybody. So, yeah, if everybody has Blockbench, is there anybody that doesn't? I mean, I guess you can, if you don't have it, or if you just want to do it later on, you can always do that. Yeah. Yes. Thanks, Nadine. That's better said than I stumbled through. Okay. Well, without any more delays, let me fire up Blockbench and start sharing what we're going to do today. If you have Blockbench and want to follow along, feel free. If not, enjoy the share that I will be doing here in one moment.
So Cole, it seems like everybody on the call has Blockbench downloaded. I asked a little bit right before you came on. And then, okay, Hannah, I see your email too. And then everyone who doesn't have an email, they'll just email me. And so I'll do the logistics, but everything's going to be great.
Excellent. All righty. So when you fire up Blockbench, you are going to be presented with a couple options for creating your what you want to create. And each of these is kind of a signpost of where you're going to go next. What we want is a Bedrock entity. You could just jump into the wizard, but I'm going to actually access it from within after I start. So I'm going to say a Bedrock entity because that's what I want. You could also do a block. You can make a skin for your Minecraft character. When we talk about add-on stuff later on, I'll show you how to make it. I know a question that comes up a lot is like, how do I make skins for EDU, right? And I could kind of show you how to do it. Well, not kind of. I can show you how to do it. And you can easily add your skin if you know how to do it now. It's kind of a bit of a hidden process, not quite as easy to add a skin to Minecraft as say Bedrock. But I'm sorry, Minecraft Education Edition is in particular. But I can show you later. But anyway, that's another topic for another day. Today we're going to make a Bedrock entity. So I'm going to say create new model. This is I guess we could have opened a model actually too. So you know what? Let me go back. Now that we're in, we're going to go to the tools. We could have just gotten from the front end of this, but we're just going to go in. So at least you know where it is. In the toolbox here, under tools, we have the Minecraft Entity Wizard. This is going to be the quickest way, not only the quickest way to make an entity, but this is also kind of the quickest way to start making your own resource pack. Oddly enough, because it generates all of it for you. So it even makes like the UUID and all that good stuff if you're familiar with that when you're making a pack. There are some issues that with incompatibility might not be the right word, but there are a little bit of versioning differences that get kind of screwed up between EDU and Bedrock when you rely on this. So understanding how the files work it will be crucial down the road. At some point, we're going to do a close corner on just how to make resource packs and add-ons, and even like prepping your work for distribution within our library system, which goes through a process. It goes through a program called Augur, where we have to upload all the stuff to get it put into the system. We'll do a close quarter on that at some point so that everybody can learn what all those different things are that you need to do and what to avoid. But today,
Cole, quick question. Is there a way that we can gauge where everyone is at just to see I know I've never
Oh
used
yeah,
Blockbench, but
totally.
I'm curious to see if like where other people are and how comfortable they are with Blockbench. So we'll
Yes.
love to
A quick
if
a
there's a
quick
way that we could
poll.
just
Yeah.
spend even 3 minutes just doing a quick introduction and like how comfortable you all are with, because I know we have some new people on the call right now. So just curious, just so that we can see kind of the pace too. And so I'll just go down, and if you can't unmute, feel free to write in the chat. So I'll just go down to start off with even like just quick introductions, and then I think it'll be great just to hop into it. So I think we see Brett, or it says Brett's AI note taker. I'm not sure how that works, if that's an actual person. Um, so I don't see a Brett on the call. I just see the AI note taker. Okay, and then I see Dan. We all know you, Dan, but still, so you can introduce yourself to everyone.
Sorry, would you like me to do so verbally or in the chat?
Oh, either, whichever one you feel more comfortable with.
Oh, okay. Hi, everyone. Yeah, I'm Dan Noble. I'm a Minecraft education consultant and content creator. So I use Blockbench probably 50% of the time of all my Minecraft work. 50% of it is in Blockbench. And it's actually, I find it as much fun to play around in Blockbench and make things for Minecraft as it is to actually play in Minecraft. So, which works out well because I'm in it half the time. I would say I'm either at the far end of the intermediate or at a beginning level of advanced, because
Hmm.
like Minecraft, you're always learning some new cool trick.
You're very humble, Dan. Hannah?
Hi, I am brand new to Blockbench. I'm a science STEM teacher, now stay-at-home mom, and trying to get involved in getting Minecraft into the homeschool community here. So a lot of the kiddos are very excited about doing mods and designing everything. So I am starting fresh today. I have no experience with Blockbench.
Oh, perfect. Don't feel bad, Hannah. I'm brand new too, and I am learning during this Cole's Corner. And then Lila, and if you're in a space where you can't unmute, you could just feel free to write something in the chat to introduce yourself and just how comfortable you are with Blockbench. And I think that will help Cole too to kind of gauge the levels that we have on this call. And then I see Magnus. And then we also see Manuel, Alejandro. Okay, so Manuel's a beginner. Lila only used Blockbench once. Sarah's intermediate. Um, okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. And then I see Manuel, you also wrote new to Blockbench as well. So we have a few people, Cole, who are completely new to Blockbench. Mike.
Um, like I have 50% of my work in Blockbench, so I'm like intermediate advanced. So I like Blockbench, and I can tell that it's a very amusing and very enjoying part of the work. So yeah.
Very much
All
so.
right. And then Pam was the last one, and she said she is. Oh, actually, we also have Sarah. So Pam wrote in the chat she's a beginner, and then Sarah wrote in the chat intermediate, and Sarah's also very humble. So, um, all right. So
Okay.
Cole,
Well,
that was all. Yeah, it's a wide range from beginner to kind of intermediate, kind of beginner, getting into advanced. And so, yeah,
yeah.
we are ready to
I'm
learn.
I'm right along in the same lines with all too. Like maybe intermediate level. Don't know every ins and outs. They update this program a lot, and it's really well supported, which is a great thing about it. If some of you long time creators know, like a lot of the tools don't have a good support in the community, they die off, and then you're left using something that last worked on 118 and you're like, this is like, it doesn't work anymore. And then now you have to go find a new tool. So luckily Blockbench is really well supported, updates constantly. So there's always new features. Some of this stuff I remember when the Entity Wizard was the first one, and now we have block and item ones as well. So, and who knows what they'll add down the line. You know, they just keep adding stuff. They keep adding more formats and stuff. And they're just adding stuff to streamline. I mean, eventually I can imagine Blockbench incorporating a lot more tools that go beyond just model creation. As far as the 3D aspects of it, I got into my career started actually in the entertainment industry. I was a 3D artist, and 3D and 2D artist. I wanted to do movies 30 years ago, and that's actually how I kind of segued into gaming, is from working on a movie and then met someone at the premiere, and but that was years ago. So I do have experience doing 3D modeling. I think when we start going through this, one of the best ways to kind of learn about it, I mean, obviously, like, there's tutorials and whatnot, but I think one of the cool ways about doing it in Minecraft is we'll start with a model. We'll start with an example that you can tweak and modify, because it's easier than, I guess, starting from scratch. Also, you're going to inherit a lot of the behaviors from it. You'll see what I mean in a minute. If you're unfamiliar, those that know, and hopefully you'll get something out of this toward the end. Again, like maybe when we go into the behaviors, you'll see maybe there's something. I mean, to be honest with you, I learned something so sweet yesterday that changed, and I wasn't even. I was struggling on a problem. I'll tell you more about it when you see. I've made a mob that I put in my world, the world that I want everybody to donate to. And when you see my mob, I'll explain the process and I'll explain what I learned and hopefully share that with you. And it's a hot pro tip, and it's super cool. And I think if you already know it, then why didn't you tell me? But if you don't know it, as I didn't, hopefully you'll be as astounded at the ease of this new thing as I was. It's just really cool. Sorry, I feel like I'm babbling, but I'm gonna get us rolling on this mob creation thing. So we're gonna start with the Entity Wizard, and it just starts off kind of with a little explanation of what's going on, and then we're just gonna say let's go. So the first steps of your wizard, it's not just for fun. These are kind of important parts of the display name is what you're going to see in the game, but all this data that you're putting in here isn't just for this file in Blockbench. This translates into the Minecraft JSON files. So I don't know what we're going to make yet, but if anybody has a suggestion, or maybe not, or maybe I'll just roll with it. I was thinking maybe I'll do something with a skeleton or something. Maybe in the Halloween spirit. Maybe I'll make a skeleton with a pumpkin head or something different, right? We'll just make a new kind of. What about the Headless Horseman or something? Make something. That would be kind of a cool one. Let's see what we can find. So I'll just call him my Headless Horseman. Oh, I'm going to use caps so it looks all professional. Headless Horseman. And if Halloween's not your jam, you could maybe tell I like it a little bit. But feel free to not. I mean, the power of making mobs. As someone mentioned on the call a little bit earlier, that like the kids love it. It's a great way to engage players because they're always excited to see something new in the game. It also really can help. Immersed in the subject. If you're teaching something like talking about ancient Greece or something, and you make characters, you could build this whole like Grecian world. But then when you have the normal NPC standing there like wearing like contemporary clothing, it's a little out of sorts. So being able to create the right kind of characters and the right kind of mobs, animals, etc. That's really going to up your game, and I'm sure people that have done it, like Dan and Sarah can tell you like what a difference it makes to actually get those kind of things in the game. The identifier, the identifier is the what you're going to type in. It actually identifies your mob, your entity, to the game. And so if you've ever looked through the files, you might see things where it says Minecraft right here. That's the one you can't use. You see how we got the little red bubble? That's reserved for our internal game. Like, you can't ever name your thing Minecraft, but you could name it Mine if you wanted. But I always just put CC for Cole's Corner. But if you try to use Minecraft, it's not going to like it. It's reserved for our internal use. But I always put CC. You can name it whatever you want. Some people do it per project. If you ever like work with like creator teams, you'll see a lot of times they'll put like the abbreviation for their studio name in there. It's a really common thing. And so if when you go to find your entity later, if you don't want to make a spawn egg, if you just want to summon it, this is what you're going to look for when it gets added into the game. You're going to look for this identifier. That's what you're going to use to call it. And when we start looking at the JSON files, hopefully I know JSON stuff can be intimidating especially when you start off, especially if you don't have the right tools for it. For a long time, I just used like Notepad when I was changing things, and I can't even do it in Notepad now because the tools that you can find for modifying JSON, like VS Code, there's so many extensions to things that color code it and make it easier for Minecraft. Oh, yes. Sorry, Nadine. You want to know where we're at right now?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you. I don't want to hold anybody back.
No. Okay, so go to the tools under the top menu of Blockbench. Go to tools.
Okay.
And then you see Entity Wizard on there by chance?
I just see action control and remove blank faces.
You probably haven't added the wizard. You can do that through add-ons.
Gotcha. Oh, I guess I should have. I just thought it's a plugin. Yes.
Plugin.
Okay, go to plugin. Sorry, my bad. This is. I'm glad this came up because other people might have this problem too. I should have foreseen this, but yeah, if you don't have the Minecraft Entity Wizard, go to your plugins and look for it under available. You can also type, the name of it, Minecraft, and it should come up as Minecraft Entity Wizard here.
Okay.
If you, and it installs really quick. I don't remember if you have to restart, but you might.
No, it just plugs it in and you're waiting.
It does? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're off and running.
Oh, great. So, yeah, just if you haven't had a chance to add that in, go ahead and add it in. I'm glad that happened, Nadine. You helped me recover a missing step.
I see it now.
Yeah, I've had it installed for so long. I just take it for granted that it's there. So, yeah, and that's another great thing again about Blockbench in itself, is that there's a ton of these plugins. People are making plugins for this all the time, and it's just really nice to see a Minecraft tool that's so well supported. All right, so I'm going to go back to tools, back to Entity Wizard, and I'm going to call this the Headless Horseman again. Horseman, and I'll do my identifier. Oop. There we go. Everybody good on this? I'm going to move to the next stage. So this says current model. So I'm going to look for a model to start with. Something that, like if I was already working on a model, I could say current model. But I'm going to pick something that I think will help with my Headless Horseman. And I'm trying to think of the behavior. I think the Vindicator might be a good option because, if I'm not mistaken, he's the one that has the axe, right?
Yes.
Isn't he he's the Axeman. So I'm gonna pick him as my model and probably my behavior. Now, I mean, what I could show you, maybe I should actually pick a different character. No, I'm gonna mix it up. I'm gonna use the Evoker as my headless horseman, and I'll tell you why. Because when we get to the next thing, you can see now we're gonna pick a behavior, and this is like, like you could say same behavior, and I'm basically starting with an Evoker, but I'm gonna switch it to actually now using the Vindicator's behavior. So there's two sides to an entity, right? Or even to a resource pack. We know that there's a resource, which is your texture, your model, the registration of the entity, and then there's a behavior, and the behavior is like what controls like its actions and whatnot, right? And so we're gonna actually use a different behavior. Even just doing this, right? No loot. Although it would be funny if he dropped. You know what? We're gonna add custom loot. Let's see if we can. Oh no, I'd have to make. Oh, can I do this through here? I can. This might be getting into a little bit much, but hopefully not. So I can't wait. It's not gonna go. I thought it'd be funny if we could drop a head.
It will be Minecraft player head.
Is it in this list though?
No, you can change that.
Yeah, exactly. We'd have to add it into the loot table and stuff. I might get to that in a little bit down the road, but basically the loot is like what drops when they die. And you could, like, obviously there's a default loot that's attached to, like, what happens when you kill. And then, again, it's going off the behavior. So it's not what's drops from an Evoker, because it's only an Evoker in its visualization. Its behavior is a Vindicator, right? So whatever drops from a Vindicator, I don't remember what it is, Axe maybe or something. Or you can add the custom loot, like, right here. Yeah, but I mean, we could add whatever we see here. I think some items like the head. I'm sure you're right. It's for whatever reason it's not on the list, but because it's probably not a common drop item. But in fact, heads are a rare drop item in certain entities. So, but you can add them in to the JSON, which we can talk about later. Hopefully, we get to it. We might have to do a part 2 on diving deeper into the behavior part of this. But for now, I'm just going to say no loot. He's not going to drop anything. This is the spawn egg. You could do a custom texture, which I've done for like I made some dice, right? And I didn't want it to be an egg. So I wanted it to look like dice. So I had an image of dice as the egg, but it still worked like a spawn egg. But for the most part, you can just keep your spawn egg here. You can change the colors of it. Give it kind of this, I don't know what color. Red's fine, I guess. And then, or you can have none. If you don't want an egg at all, you don't have to have an egg. I think it really just depends what you want to do. We'll keep the egg so it's easier and so you can see how eggs work. And then here's the final part. This is where we're gonna make the pack for us. And again, this is kind of a nice little feature just in general. It's a really quick way to just make your own resource pack, your own add-on pack, and then modify it. And I'll show you what I do, as fearful as it is for me to remove this screen and let you see behind the curtain of my desktop, which is not a pretty picture, I'll be honest.
Well, I have a question.
Oh, look at that. Huh? Yeah, that's scarier than Halloween.
Whoa.
But, yeah. Yes, Nadine, go for it.
Okay. And so on my particular computer, it says no installation of Minecraft Bedrock Edition was found on your computer. Install Minecraft to export your add-on directly into the game. Do we have to have Minecraft Bedrock on our device as well?
No, but
you can point it to education.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. The game is set up for it. So, in fact, maybe I've never really messed with it. Hold on a second, 1 second.
It's buried in preferences.
Is it? Yeah. I was gonna say, what I do.
It's not easy to find when if you're looking for it for the first time.
Did it say that when you got to this page here, Nadine?
Yeah, would it
Or
be okay if
did
I can share my screen? Is anyone else seeing this too? That may.
yeah, go for it.
So this is what's coming up now.
So I think this is the best option to export as an MC add-on. So
Yeah.
you can export it, and the best way, from my experience, is to have also WinRAR program to
Yeah.
open the add-on, and you can basically modify all files from this add-on on your desktop.
Yep.
Oh,
Exactly. That's
Thank
exactly
you.
that's exactly the flow that I do, and that's what I was going to show you. So I'll really quick. I'm going to steal back though, real fast, so I can talk about each one of these, like while pointing at it. You see my screen again, everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, the export to folder. This one is the one that is going to look like when you click it, it's going to look for sorry, it's going to go straight to your development pack folders, and this is the one where I think it defaults to it, so it's probably why you're getting that message. And because it's
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, where's Minecraft? It doesn't know Education Edition, like at least not by default, like Dan mentioned. So there's that issue. The next one is integrate into a pack. You can see the packs that I already have. I can add into it, but a lot of times you just want a new one. So like Mike said, export to as add-on. This is what I like to do. This is and I do a simple version of it, like where I just put it in a folder and I rename, because it's going to make it. It's going to call it whatever we call it. So we'll name it off, right? So I'm going to call it Headless Horseman, right? And the author, you don't have to put anything. I think it might generate that information. Again, I just usually put, CC or Cole's Corner or whatever. Cole's Corner. You can put whatever you want if you want to even put anything. And then you could pick an icon for your pack. It'll default to one. It'll give you a generic one. So it's something that you might want to do later for polish, especially if you're sharing it out. But for now, we'll just go with the default. And so when I go to export here, it's going to ask me to download the file. And so when I click here, I'm just going to go to my desktop. I think I just made a new folder, probably new folder 7. Nope, it's not even that one. It's something else. So I'm just going to make a new folder here. New folder. Oh, good. New folder 8. My organizational skills are on point as usual. Add-on folder. So I'm going to make this a folder, and then I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to save it in here as MC add-on. And then I'm going to hit edit model, because we're not done here. We're going to still do some work. But if you go over here and we go back to our desktop, and I look for that add-on folder here. So we got this Headless Horseman MC add-on. MC add-on is you guys are all probably familiar with MC Worlds and MC Templates. This is another thing in that collection, another MC thing, but it's just technically like a MC World. It's just a zip file. So if we rename it zip and change the extension, now we can open it. And so what I do is I take out the contents of it, and I just back them out so I can manipulate them into the folder. Because you can't. I mean, if you have like something like Mike said, I think some of the WinZip sort of files, like they'll let you manipulate it. I like to do it outside of the zip file, and then I can kind of just kill this or leave it or whatever. So here's this is our resource pack, and so you see it's made us a resource pack. It's made everything we need. Like we can actually just put this into our packs in Minecraft right now and rock and roll. It created the manifest for us. It gave us our generic pack icon, little trophy. It set up all the files we need. So, bam, it's got everything. So, I say it has everything. It depends on how in depth you want to go. There's a lot of things you could add to these to your pack to make your entities unique. So, but for the most part, we've just created an entity. And if we drop this in right now, what we'll have is technically this evoker looking guy who acts like the Vindicator, which would be interesting in itself. But we're going to come back. We're going to do a couple changes. So first thing we're going to do is get rid of his head because, he's the headless guy. I'm going to go into so as far as manipulation of the models, there's a lot of tools. It would be hard. I could probably spend a whole Cole's Corner or more, like just kind of teaching 3D modeling and stuff. But the basics of it are you they call it transforming in 3D modeling generally, but you transform these geometry pieces. You don't get to work on a node level or on but essentially you work on a shape level in this. So you can add a cube, which is usually kind of how you start. It's gonna be invisible because it's not probably lined up to the textures yet. But with this cube, you can start manipulating this cube to become your model. And this is something you just have to practice with. And I would recommend maybe starting with something or like a character like we have here, or if you want to just start making something, look at a picture and start fleshing it out. But like, it's all about scale. It's all about position, which is move, like where you're putting something, and it's all about rotation. So those are the transforms that you have, which is pretty much true in most 3D modeling packets, throughout the world, throughout the universe. But some let you get really granular. Like on some, you can grab a vertex, vertices, and you could like pull it, and you could really and that's how you make really smooth meshes, right? This program isn't that. So this is a very blocky program meant for doing these block models. So everything's going to be kind of a volume already. It doesn't let you do. I mean, I don't think it lets you do. At least in Minecraft we don't. I know that it supports other things. So if you look at here, like what you're talking about, what your format is, I know it does support other things. So maybe there is, but I've never done vertex level modeling in this program. So one thing that we could do, you see this guy here, that's an anchor. So that's where things will like the axe will appear, like things that's going to hold, and in his hands, that little thing that designates, where they're going to hold something. I'm not going to change this guy too much. I was thinking about maybe making his arms longer. We could just to show, and I think the anchor's hooked into there. 1 second. Hey, there you go. I'm on a call. I'm sorry, guys. My son's getting ready for school. He's getting out of the door. So I think if we do this one and scale it, this is not. It's this one we want. Oh, sorry, it's the arm here. Let's see. Yeah, it's, I'm trying to figure out how they did it. I didn't build this guy, so it's kind of this is his arms, and this is his jacket, I think. When we look at some of the other characters, I'm not going to mess with it because I'll have to do a lot of retexturing stuff. I can show you later, though. Oops, did we lose his leg somewhere? Or is it... Did I delete his leg? What happened? Or is that just how this guy is? Did they do a flip on
I've
him?
noticed that some of them have like a second left leg or a second right leg.
Mm-hmm.
That's, I guess it might have just been, an accident that was left in there when they were developing it. Maybe they were using the mirror tool and forgot about it. I've done that a few times as well.
Oh, is it just hit? I mean, but will he be out of a leg in the game?
Well,
Or
if you've deleted it, it looks like you've lost both of them. But you know what? Just duplicate the other one and then slide it over, and then you're and then shift the bone over into the right folder, and then you're good to go.
Also, when
Then it's
you
got two legs again.
hide some bones and export the geometry won't load in the game. So if you have like now without leg, it won't appear in the game.
Is that it? Oh, did I?
I think you probably deleted.
I don't remember delete. I
Fine.
don't remember. I mean, I'm going. This is the model that was brought in, right? I think it just is missing it for some reason. I'm not sure why, but he'll be a one-legged guy. Okay, we'll see what happens. Also, not really 100% sure why his texture disappeared right now, but that's interesting. But none of that really even matters, because all I need to do is I'm gonna, because I took off his head, I'm gonna where is this thing at? I'm gonna export him. I guess I can just export. No, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it as the geometry again, and I'm just gonna find that folder, and I'm gonna just change his model. There. So, and then the texture should be the same. So, all right. I'm really not sure why it's not showing up on that. Have you guys ever seen that? That's really weird.
What are these cones
I
and
can't.
things? Okay.
Oh no, sorry. I was just gonna reopen this and see if it fixed it. But oh, that was, I did it wrong. Sorry. You can open the model, and yeah, okay. For whatever reason, I don't know what happened. It just got into a weird state. But anyway, there's our guy, and it does appear to be working. So now that I have all this, and we have a new model for another behavior. We made a change the model. We could do more. We could, paint him up or whatever we wanted to do. I think he's fine for now. And so now if we go back into this folder where we have all of our stuff here, we're going to take the behavior and the resource packs, right? And we're going to copy them. And now this is where you have to know a little bit of, directory knowledge here. But you want to put them in your Minecraft Mojang folder. It's depending on how you installed your game will kind of depend where this is. But you're looking for this folder called com.mojang. It's usually under, user app data. On mine, it's local, but it's not always local. It depends on how you installed it. If you can locate this folder, hopefully you have access to it. I mean, you should look for this com.mojang folder, and if you want, I can kind of just. Oops, sorry. I was going to try to just copy this address and see if it worked in here, but I can't seem to paste it in. But this is the address. Is there anybody that doesn't know where this is or needs help finding it?
This is the one path. So other people who have the installed Minecraft by execute file have another path for the files.
Correct. And it's usually under
roaming.
I've got a list of them. I'll post a a short link to my my blog that has them all listed.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. Yeah, so it really just depends on how you installed it. But once you find that folder, the directory structure is the same. So this is like, I mean, if you didn't already know, this is like where your worlds live. You know, all your worlds are in this folder. This is you know, if you wanted to add that skin pack that we were talking about earlier, this is your skin packs folder. This is your resource and your behavior pack, and then these are developmental ones. These, you can drop stuff into these. It's supposed to help you not have to open and close the world, I guess, as much. But I typically just always still throw them in behavior and resource pack. Maybe it's just old habits. But I'm going to paste those files into here. What is it doing? Oh, no, stop that. I don't know why it was doing that. It was like, oh, I know why. Oh, that's funny. I had copied that link. It was going to paste basically all my all those files into there. So no, I just want the behavior and the resource pack, and I just grab them both and then paste them into that location. I just paste them in here, and then I pull out the other one. Just, I don't know. It's easier for me to do it that way, but you can do it however you like. But at the end of the day, you want behavior pack in here, and you want your resource pack in here. All right, so that is how you make a mob. That's the easiest way, and now you have a new mob. It's just a variant of a mob, but you can see, you know, how now you also have to restart the client. You can't just drop it in. It has to initialize that. So we're gonna close and open again. But that's as quick as you can make a mob. Now, if you want to do special things to it, like, you know, change its behavior more, if there's not a entity that aligns to the behaviors you're thinking of for what you want, then you might have to customize its behavior, and we'll talk about that. But let's see here what we got. So to get your pack to work, we're going to go into settings, and we're going to scroll down to our behavior and resource pack under add-ons. Before we open it, you can't do it once it's open. And go to the packs and look at, there's our pack. There's the Headless Horseman pack. Add that pack despite the warning. And if we go in here, if you generated it from Blockbench, it probably has a dependency. So it's going to automatically pull the Headless Horseman into the resource. So if you start with the behavior pack, it's going to pull the resource pack. It doesn't always do that, especially if you make it yourself. There's a line that you have to add dependencies. Blockbench seems to do it for behavior to resource. I don't think it does it the opposite way, to be honest with you. Blockbench does, but you can set it up that way if you wanted. All right, so let's see if it worked for us here. Everybody tracking? Did I lose anybody? Intermediate folks are falling asleep. Got a new Hour of Code background. If you haven't played Hour of Code yet, give it a try. It's my favorite one. Give it the big old stamp of approval, the big old CC stamp right on it. Finally got to do some just pure fun as far as the subject matter. There's no it's not tied to any kind of it's not about AI or any social issues. It's just good old fun.
I don't know if you saw Dan in SJ's reaction video, but it was really nice.
Oh, did you? No, I haven't. I gotta see it.
It's in the Teachers Lounge.
Okay, very cool, dude. This week has been one of the busiest I've had in forever. I mean, first off, wrapping up Hour of Code, but then trying to build. I tried to build this little house for us all. I'm going to give you all this world. Um, hopefully, uh, I could still do the goal of us putting all of our stuff in here. That would be what I'd really like to do is put all of our mobs in here together. But this took me kind of a long time to build, just in itself. You can imagine, just the team of one. Anybody that's made a bunch of stuff knows how long it can take. And then I've had some like other like presentation stuff that I've had to work on this week. So it's been and then building Halloween costumes and stuff for my kids. So it's been quite a week of no sleep. But here's our little haunted mansion here, or house. Um, I kind of put these secrets around. In fact, I think I had labeled them at one point, but I kind of took the labels off. But there's some fun stuff for you to find when you explore. But first off, let's just see if our guy came in. When I like to bring in a mob, I usually just summon it. But we could look in there and look for its egg, and we'll do that in a minute. But let's just see if it worked. Headless Horseman. There he is. So we're going to bring him in. You can see his name space there, the CC. That was the identifier. So, there he is. And he did only have one leg. I thought maybe it would have brought in. I don't know what I was thinking. I thought they were doing, like you said, some sort of mirror thing. So he's a one-legged headless horse.
Does he have any
And
legs?
he
Oh, I
has
see the
one.
one leg.
Yeah. He's going around. All right. Well, there's my mob. He's a headless horseman, and let's.
Sometimes you make a lot of happy accidents when you're
Yeah,
developing these, and you're like, actually, you know what? I didn't mean to do that, but it looks really good. I'm going to leave it like that.
yeah. He's kind of like a weird floating apparition. But you could. I mean, but we can go back through. I mean, we could actually return back to that file. I mean, you'll see and modify it, and then go back. So I don't know if anybody was playing along at home and has made just a quick little mob, but if not, that would be the next step. Is like just go through the wizard like that and start with something. Maybe you make a skeleton and like where's the block bench here? Like let me just sorry here. If I make a new guy here, entity wizard. Let's go. I don't know what to call this guy, but entity, new entity. This is just kind of good, but like if we took, gosh, I don't know what. You know, here let's. If we made a skeleton here, we just give it we make an exploding skeleton. We'll give it the creeper behavior here. Sure, whatever. Add on exploder, exploding skeleton. Export build a file and. But yeah, if we go in here, like we can we could just paint a new thing here. Maybe we give him. Where's my thing here? Maybe we make him have a creeper head or something, right? But this is the fun part of Blockbench, and people have used it. Will tell you this is you can get lost in this. You just have fun with this. This is like it's not a game, but it's a little art project. If you like making stuff, you will you can get lost in this pretty quickly. I'm drawing. You gotta be careful. I'm drawing on the hat here, so I just hide it usually. There we go. I don't know if that's about the ratio, but I feel that. Anyway. There we go. Oh, there! I did it. There we go. He's a creeper skeleton. Okay. Um, and we could do some funky stuff with him. We could maybe bring his legs together, and creepers have that weird walk. We can try seeing what. I mean, it's just experimenting and seeing what happens, right? Maybe what if we do that? I don't know what it's going to look like, but there we go. There's our new guy. But and then when again you can run the wizard again and export it. See, I haven't opened it up yet, so it'd be really easy to just once you pull them out of the MC add-on, then you have to do it the way I did it before. But since I haven't pulled them out yet, I can just go back to export here and just do it again, and just save over this one again. It's only after you extract them out of it that matters. But yeah, so but yeah, this is like the real fun of making a new entity. At least for me, the artistic side. Then later on, you'll be able to start tweaking all the behaviors. So I'm going to show you my model. I realize that we're almost out of time. It went so quick. I'm really sorry. We can do a part 2 later and get more into behaviors. I feel like we just scratched the surface, and it seems like everybody was at the surface. But if you want to make a mob and send it to me, email me. I'll put my email in the thing. Let's everybody make a mob, even if it's just modifying one. Just get
Can they
get
post it in the
creative.
chat too, Cole?
Yeah,
Are you
sure.
able to get it from the chat? Because
Yeah, yeah, maybe. I mean, it'd be an MC add-on is what you want. Export it out and just give me the MC add-on.
Mine's
And,
in the chat.
It is? Okay, great. So I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I see it. Yeah. If you want to add it to the chat, go for it. If you've been working on it a lot, if you need a little more time,
can you
feel free
create a
to.
join code for your world so we can start hopping in?
Yes, but you're not going to see the things in it because every time I get somebody's thing, I have to download it. I mean, if you want to just come in and see what I have right now, but you see what I'm saying? So for example, if I want to add Sarah's thing here, let me click on it here. It says open. Do I want to open it? Sure. Is it going to download? Looks like we're unable to preview, but I don't want to preview. I want to download. Yep. Okay. So I'm going to download, and I'm going to double click that add-on, and you can see it's adding it. Import started. Yes, I have Skelly Cat. All right. So, but I can't see Skelly Cat right now, right? Because it's not active. So to get it, I have to exit out and then put that pack back on. So I'm going to go in here, and I'm not 100% sure, but I think I don't have to. Hopefully I'm not wrong on this. Yeah, I think hopefully it works just like that. Hopefully I don't have to restart. I think I don't have to restart, but we'll see. But here we go. So yeah, if everybody wants to send their MC add-ons in, I can just add them in, and then I can send the join code for sure. Or we can do it on the next episode. We can all to the start come in and see them all. So if you're not quite ready. I think Nadine posts all the recording somewhere, right? Yeah. What do we got here? I'm just trying to catch up. I wasn't looking at the chat. I see. Oh, what do we got? Dan made a vampire. Let's see if I can see this. Oh, dude, that's dope. Man, that's creepy too. That's awesome. Dang. Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, dude, that's like right out of like Dracula's Bride right there.
I've got a GIF of it actually up on the Facebook pages. I used texture animation to change the
Nice.
expressions on her face, so she actually kind of hisses at you, and a
Mm.
little bit of blood drips out of her mouth.
Yeah, that's funny you say that. Nice. Your tombstone. Your tombstone's a lot better than my tombstone. My my tombstone was a door. I, I made a door. See, here's one of my. See, I had the secrets labeled. I guess I missed that one, but um,
Oh, that's quite cool.
yeah, I just did it with a door.
I like
um,
that. You can knock them over, which you wouldn't want to do in real life.
right, yeah. So so yeah, so I made this house. So what I thought is like we'd go through and populate it with our mobs. Um, I'm gonna summon this cat. What was it called? This Skelly
Skelly
cat.
Cat. It
Skelly.
works most
Oh,
of the
oh.
time.
What was your namespace?
I don't remember. But if you go into creative inventory, it should be in there. There it is,
Oh,
Skelly Cat.
it's my name. I see it.
Yeah.
My
And sometimes they're just normal cats, but most of the time they're Skelly Cats. Yeah, there's one.
Oh, look at that. Awesome. That's great. Oh man, I love it. I love it. That's awesome. So yeah, if we explore the spooky halls of my right now, one of the things I wanted to do, and I guess maybe we'll have to do this on the next episode. We can continue this, and maybe we can just use this world. But I wanted to make these doors. These doors are entities, right? These doors. It doesn't have a mob. An entity doesn't have to be like a player, like a creature. It could be anything, right? So on these doors, these are just push through right now, but we could make them so that you click on them and they open. And wouldn't that be cool, right? I was going to show you how to do that, but I think we ran out of time today. But I'll do it next time, I promise. But I'll show you how to make some interactive elements. Right now, these are all just push throughs. But if you explore the spooky manor, you'll find. Oh, here's my tribute. I tried to put in a couple little horror movie tributes. I'm sure if you're into horror movies, you can figure out what the tribute is here. Maybe counting the candles will help you. 1, 2. Someone's coming for you. No? Am I losing you? It's Nightmare on Elm Street. It was, that was the song. 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you.
I've never
3,
seen a
4.
lot of those films. My only familiarity with them is through The Simpsons.
I was gonna say
Oh.
the Simpsons Halloween special.
Yeah, we just watched that one the other day with groundskeeper Willie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that. He had the sweater and stuff. Yep.
Yeah, don't touch Willie. Good advice.
Yeah. So my this is this was gonna be the TV room, and I was planning on making this other mob, and it was taking too long again. I just was really too busy this week. But here's the mob I made. Here's my chest.
Ooh.
That's amazing.
Yeah, you can't hear it, but when you click on it, it makes the banging of the anvil. It's like it's like kank 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 kank. It's supposed to be like its teeth chattering. So yeah, I made a fake chest. Always a good gag when people see a chest and they're all excited to grab it. This one's gonna bite your hand off. So that was my mob, and I made that in Blockbench. I just made I mean in fact, if you want, I can just show you my. Oh, why did that not work? I can probably just open that file, maybe. And if not, I can definitely just open the model, right? Why? There it is, right here. So this is here's my chess model, and if we go into the animation portion, and I click on where is it this one? No, bite. Here we go. There's his animation. So yeah, that was my guy, and And then there's another little guy added. So there's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of little secrets in this. You got that reference, yeah?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I had a couple little references. I did something horrible in here that I took out because I thought it was too much, but definitely I wouldn't recommend doing this with I wouldn't recommend doing this with your classes, but I had put a group that we worked with in the past had done this, and we actually made them take it out. But I had done this, this.
The redstone blood on the floor.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks pretty horrible. I mean, in a good ghastly way. But I had put this blood trail here like this because I wanted to use it as for one, this was my Psycho reference, right? Because it was the shower of the blood. But then I used the blood to lead here because this is one of my secrets, was that if you do this, you could turn off the fire and you could go to the fireplace, and then it would take you to the Red Room, which is another horror movie reference. And then I made, there's some secret doors. So there's like all these secret passages in this place because that's what a good haunted house has. A lot of spooky secrets,
Mm-hmm.
even though it just kind of leads around. But it can take you to, if you go back through here, I'll show you this, my other mob that I made, which is it's kind of just a deco mod. It's not as interactive as the other one, but you can get a glimpse of him right here. There he is. Yeah. So, and it's so yeah. I mean, when I give you this map, you guys could put your stuff in. Here's my the secret bookshelf.
The carpet.
You get the carpet, don't you?
The carpet is unmistakable.
Yeah. So yeah, we got this closet has another connecting door. It's always how the Scooby Doo, they move around between the rooms, right? So it was kind of fun to make this. I tried to put a couple little Easter eggs in it, but mostly I wanted a place for us to all put our spooky mobs together. So please send them over, and we'll get them all in, and we can have a haunted house with all of our creations. And I will clean off this blood because it's just a little too much. I'm sorry, but I did like the idea of using it as a clue to lead you there. Maybe I can make it green, the video game safe blood color. I think this is our attic. And I think I have another eyeball monster in here too. Very dark. Yeah, I think if you climb through here, there's the eyeballs. Yeah. So anyway, that's that. Unfortunately, I think we're out of time. Am I wrong on that? I think I'm right.
Yeah, we're out of time. We're actually about 10 minutes over.
Oh, my apologies. But what I'll do is, if everybody can send me their mob, hopefully you can make one. I mean, I know you can make one. It's super easy. Like I mean, we just showed it, right? Like, hopefully you can do that. Even if it's just doing a simple one, right? Like, I think I'd like to see what you got just to get the process out, and then next week we'll just do like something about the behaviors. I don't know what the actual thing will be, but next time we do it, we'll get in and we'll learn how to tweak those behaviors so that you can make something that, like, when you click it, it does something. Or if you want to make an NPC like that box. So the thing I was going to make before, Maybe I'll actually just make it, and then for next time, and I'll have a new spooky mob for you. But I wanted to make something that gave you a jump scare, and that's kind of what it kind of succeeded in that. But I had another idea too. But we'll make something that you can talk to, like we'll make a interactive guy, even like our headless horseman there, right? If we spent more time with him, we can get him to. Become like an NPC essentially, and I'll show you. I've heard Nadine mention that a lot of people have been saying like, how do we make NPCs that like walk or follow us and stuff? Well, the easier thing to do is find something that follows you like a dog and make it an NPC. Like, to be honest with you, because you're taking the NPC behavior is easier to add to an entity than it is to add all of the different components. If you're not familiar with components, component groups, and events, well, maybe that's something we'll cover in that. And I know intermediate players, you're probably like there, or at least that's where you want to get to. So if hopefully the primer today wasn't too much of a snooze fest. Sarah, I love the cat. It's amazing.
It's a little bit broken, but I'm just happy that it works at all.
I'm sure I already kind of feel like I know what might be wrong in my head. If you're saying sometimes it's a regular cat.
And I can't
that's
tame them. They're just there.
Yeah, you remember we
Cats
worked on
are a tough one. They're surprisingly complicated.
They are, and you remember, I think like a year or so ago, we kind of we worked on a cat for you. Like, remember?
Yeah, my cat Dean.
Exactly, Dean.
Cats and horses.
Yep.
Anything that has multiple textures.
Yeah, so they can be challenging, but we can kind of dive into it and start to understand what all those different things are and how we can strip out what we don't want. That's creating the problems for us and simplify it and keep what we do want, which I believe might have been what we did for your cat, right? I think
yeah.
I think we stripped out all the stuff that was making it not your cat and made it just
So. And because the big problem with it was I could get it to work, but when you tamed it, the whole cat turned red.
Exactly. Yeah. So yep, there's definitely some stuff we can do to fix that, and maybe next time we'll look at it. If that if that's something that interests everyone. If not, maybe we'll just. Because again, the goal I think for this year, I said, is I want us to be able to make a game at the end, right? And this might have seemed like a little diversion. But it's not, because we're going to want mobs in our game, right? So, excuse me. So it's actually kind of just a part of the process. So we're going to need to make our own custom mobs. So and whether they start, with an existing model that you tweak out, or if it's just something crazy you make and you want to, just get wild and make stuff. I personally think that I wish I had the wizard when I started. Like, put it that way. Like, I had to just kind of figure it all out the long form way, and this thing makes it so easy. In fact, when the wizard came, I was like, I'm not gonna use that. It's like it probably doesn't have all the controls I need. And to be honest, it doesn't have everything, so I'm kind of right. But like, it's such a quick and easy way to start it, especially just to make a pack. What a lifesaver that is, just to instantly make a pack. Anybody that's ever made a pack and knows about, having to go and find a UUID generator and plug in all these like stupid IDs and all the stuff that can go wrong with formatting and versioning and base game. Like, there's so many things. In fact, even on my mob, I was having trouble with that mob. That guy, I was having trouble making him interactable. And I was using the technique that I learned how to do it, and it wouldn't work. And I was losing my mind. I'm like, what's going on? And my buddy Gerald from Pathway. I'm like, dude, can you sanity check me on this? And he's like, yeah, I don't know if that works anymore. And I'm like, oh, great. The last to know. But he showed me a like the modern way to do it, and it's so much easier and so much better. So I mean, Minecraft's getting better every time too. Minecraft's getting better as it goes forward, and tools like Blockbench are getting better. So hopefully, the rising water will lift all the ships.
Yes.
And we'll cross the Delaware together. That was back to my George Washington persona. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, and I thank you for your time and attention. And I hope, again, I know for some of you this is just a fun chance to show off your work, and for other people, I hope that it showed you how easy. I hope it took some of the fear out of making a mob, because I think it's an intimidating thing, but you can see it doesn't have to be, at least not with this wizard. In the old days, I would have hated making a mob, to be honest with you. Like, if it was the first thing I had to learn, you definitely build up. Oh, thank you, Nicole. Appreciate that. Yeah, so I hope it overcame the fear, and for those that are already here, I hope, as far as like understanding, I hope it wasn't too boring, and I hope that if there is stuff that you want to learn about the behavior stuff, that we'll get to it next week. You guys may already, a lot of you might already know how to do a lot of this stuff, but I do appreciate you coming in, watching, and hopefully learning something.
Definitely. Always cool to hang.
Yeah, totally.
It's a lot of fun.
So yeah, thanks for making stuff. And if you can, anybody left on the call, if you want to make something, please send it to me. You can put it in this chat, I guess, for as long as it exists. I think after we close it, it might not be able to open to external folks. Is that true, Nadine? I don't know, but I will put my email, as I often do here. And that is, there we go. It's in the chat. You can send your files to me, and I will incorporate them into this map. And so if you haven't done something, or you want to work on it more, you can send it to me via that email, and we'll add it in. Dan, I'd love to see your vampires stalking the halls. So, maybe put her in the graveyard, huh? Put her in the hole. Yeah. So please send me what you got, and next week we can work on adding the behaviors and stuff. Or next week, next show, if that's if that's a good enough topic. I mean, if there's something else. As always, if there's something you want to talk about, if there's something you want to learn, just drop me a line on that same email and tell me like what you guys want to like work on. And otherwise, I'm just going to continue on with this big overarching goal of like, let's make a bunch of stuff to make a game for the end of the year. So and behaviors are a part of that. So I feel like that'll kind of fit in. So. We've done structures and scores, I think, this year. Is that true? Were those the two, or have we only done one this time? This is the second episode?
We've done, and we did scoreboard.
Yeah.
This year?
Scoreboard, structures, and
that was
sure, yeah.
for this season. Or did we only do one? Is this the second episode? I can't remember.
I'm sure we're on 3.
Yeah, there's definitely more than one we've done before.
Okay. Oh, I think that's perfect, Nadine, because we can do the behavior of the NPC as part of the behaviors. Like I could show that, because the thing about NPCs, probably everybody kind of knows the basics of NPCs, right? You know how the in-game interface and stuff. we can briefly touch on dialogues and stuff, which I think if most people have gotten to the I make resource packs level, then they might already be familiar with the dialogue scene entries. If not, we can explore that as part of NPCs. But I think what a lot of people will find interesting, and so we can keep the topic as NPCs, is how you make something an NPC. What is an NPC? What defines an NPC in our game? And that is its behavior. And so it's a setting in the behavior, and we'll learn how to do that. For anybody who doesn't know how to do it, I'll show you what you need to bring in, what you don't, and we'll make. The first NPC that I ever made besides that of my own was a chicken. I put an NPC on just our normal chicken in the game, and as weird as that sounds, it was like such a cool moment for like it like showed like, oh wow, what are the possibilities, like, because we always just thought we had to be this guy. So pretty cool. Anyways, that's all I got today. Thanks for coming. If anybody has any questions, feel free to speak now or forever hold your peace.
Can I take a quick picture? I know many people already logged off, but I can't even get my hat. This poor hat!
Yeah.
This hat on.
I know. That's why I did blur, to be honest, instead of like a normal background, because like it always just kind of cuts out everything. But
Nicole, you've been hiding that costume the entire time.
That's pretty cool.
I have. Oh!
Do you see Nicole?
Yes, that's awesome. The band major. What is that? The wait.
Ringleader, ringmaster.
Yeah, ringmaster.
I need the whip.
Yes.
Thank you.
Very cool. Awesome.
All right, let's take one real quick. We have to scoot closer so you can see my TNT. I can't do one without TNT.
Hold on.
Oh, I didn't even notice that you were still fixing your hat, Cole. Okay, let's get another one.
I
Okay.
lost my shoulder.
Do you have it now? Okay, are you ready? That's so cute.
Oh, wait. I don't know. The blurring was not,
All right, thanks.
was not a technology in my time. The blur.
Thanks, everyone. And I'll post a recording in Cole's in the Teacher's Lounge and also in that YouTube playlist. And I'll post the YouTube playlist link as well. So if you missed any, you can catch up there. But thank you so much, Cole. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, of course. And please, if you haven't, I pretty please make an entity and send it over. I'd love to get them all in the thing. I think once you get into it, if you haven't, maybe if you all have already made one, and I'm just beating a dead horse, but if you haven't, I just like you to give it a try, because I think you'll find it's really super easy. The people like Mike and Dan, Sarah that I know have already made them. They'll tell you it's not only easy, it's fun, and it's easy to get started. And I think you're gonna find the benefits of making them for your players and for your students, for the people you're making stuff for. It's gonna up whatever content you're making. They're gonna they're gonna see that and really be like, wow, that's cool. And and then maybe you can teach them how to do it, and then they'll be making stuff. And I don't know. I think it'll be great. So thank you, everybody, and please send me your mobs.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Happy
Bye.
Halloween. If that's
Happy
Bye.
Halloween.
Halloween.
Bye.
Good to see you all.
Yeah, same. Bye bye.